Hello and welcome to this special advanced training on the science behind the Balance Your Belly Pack. My name is Jared Krebs. I'm here in San Antonio, Texas, and I get the honor and privilege to introduce to you Dr. Ladd McNamara. And we're going to show his slide deck right now, just so you can see a few of Dr. Ladd's accolades, so you can know who's going to be speaking with you today. There we go. Dr. Ladd has a medical degree from the University of Texas Southwestern Medical School at Dallas. He has an OBGYN. He's a certified OBGYN from the George Washington Medical Center in Washington, D.C. Practiced as a board certified OBGYN in Atlanta, Georgia. Has conducted and published medical research on cancer and infertility. Has served as a health consultant for numerous Fortune 500 companies. And in 2003, he retired from his medical practice to become a full-time associate with USANA, just like us. So he helps people with their health every day. And in 2017, he created the Dr. Ladd VIP program, which is a tool to assist entrepreneurs and help us acquire and retain customers. And it's one of the best resources. I use it every single day in my business. And we're going to talk a little bit more about this program as we go through the content today. But there it is, drladdvip.com, where you can access research cited articles, supplement protocols, videos, and recorded webinars, and a private Facebook group that you can ask questions to Dr. Ladd directly for your own personal health concerns or for any of your clients. And it's normally $199 a year. You can use the USANA 30 coupon code to get it down to $139 a year. So it's like $11 a month for just a blessing of information. And you will be using it every day as you help people get started with your business. And also, Dr. Ladd has a few audios on iTunes. You can always look up The Power of Cellular Nutrition and The Cholesterol Conspiracy, which are just phenomenal resources, especially if you are going through cholesterol issues. That Cholesterol Conspiracy audiobook's amazing. And The Power of Cellular Nutrition really covers the foundational products as well. So we're very blessed to have these on iTunes. And I think without further ado, we're going to get right into the content. But before we go right into it, I just want to say, Dr. Ladd, thank you so much for being a great friend, a great partner in business. Thank you for impacting so many lives in the USANA family. And we are excited to hear your story today and get into it.
Thank you very much. I'm excited to share it. It's just been a wild 26 years of being with USANA and had some incredible experiences every single day, even as late as yesterday, hearing story after story of people having remarkable health changes because of these quality supplements. So it's quite rewarding. And although, practicing medicine was very rewarding in itself, delivering babies all day and night and not getting much sleep half the week was not a lot of fun. But the bigger thing is the fact that I felt a real connection with Dr. Wentz's vision. Dr. Wentz, of course, being the founder of USANA Health Sciences. And it's just been nonstop ever since. Just I've seen the company grow so much, add new products that's just truly made a difference in people's health. So that's what I'm eager to share that today, or at least part of it, what this pack is today.
Yes, we are excited to hear about it. And I do want to just open it up by saying that none of this is intended to prevent or cure or treat any type of disease. Please consult with your medical physician on those types of issues. And did I do a good disclaimer?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Yeah. In other words, don't do anything without talking to your doctor, and we're not making claims.
Yes, absolutely. I think I just turned on closed captioning as well, so I think that's going to help people watch that as well. But yeah, so take it away, Dr. Ladd. We want to see what all about the Balance Your Belly Pack today.
Okay, let me get back to the share screen here. We're good to go, right?
Yep.
The Balance Your Belly Pack. All right. So we've gone through the series of the different packs you can start with your USANA business with, if this is what you choose to do. And I highly suggest you do, because it's very rewarding. But you'll get different products. You can see in the photo there's different products that you'll get in the Balance for Your Belly Pack. And we'll start with the main product you'll see in there, which is called the Health Pack. The Health Pack contains daily packets, or actually you get 2 per day, 1 in the AM and 1 PM packet. And these individual packets are great for just being on the go when you travel. You have your supplements with you. But what's in the pack is truly remarkable, because as you see, you're going to get each packet provides 2 Vita antioxidant tablets and 2 core mineral tablets. Those are our cell essentials. And we're going to go through those in a few minutes. And then also an extra MagnaCal D, that's magnesium, calcium, and vitamin D booster to boost the magnesium, calcium, and vitamin D that's in the cell essentials. And then a true cell essentials booster tablet, which is absolutely phenomenal supplement that most people in USANA do not even realize the significance of that and how powerful that is. So we will touch on that as well. But first things first, and that is the foundational supplements, the cell essentials. Again, in the health pack, these cell essentials are provided. Of course, you can buy them and as a set in the bottles like this, core minerals on the left and the Vita antioxidant on the right. And with these 2 tablets of each bottle are taken twice daily, which you'll get in your health pack packets, you're going to be getting a lot of vitamins and minerals. As a matter of fact, the slide from USANA shows that to be able to match a daily micronutrient intake from the cell essentials, you'd have to eat approximately 22,000 calories per day and spend more than $33 per day. Now it's probably more than close to $40 per day, but either way, to get the amount of nutrients found in just the daily dose. So the point is that your stomach couldn't hold that much food to get that many micronutrients. You'd have to have the stomach the size of an elephant to be able to get all the micronutrients from your food alone. Now, this doesn't mean you can eat junk food and then just take these take the supplements. These are nutritional supplements to supplement a good diet. And that's what we do. But what studies have shown is that to try to get your nutrients from your food, you're just going to get the nutrients basically at the RDA levels, and the RDA levels were set to prevent the classical nutrient deficiency diseases like scurvy and rickets and beriberi pellagra. And those diseases really don't affect hardly any of us. As a matter of fact, most doctors haven't seen any of these patients with these diseases because we get that from our food. But those aren't the chronic concerns that people have today. We want heart support, brain support, lung support, metabolic support, glucose control, all this kind of stuff. And that's what it shows that we need to have doses well above what we can get from our food alone. Now, from USANA's side, what goes into the nutrients, to the supplements, are quality raw ingredients. That USANA always starts with that. What USANA uses, they acquire their micronutrients from global suppliers, and all the ingredients come with certificates of analysis. So these raw ingredients come with a certificate provided by the supplier that ensures the potency and purity. Now, USANA just doesn't take that and says, "Oh, okay, we'll take your word for it." Although the few other manufacturers that do get that, they say, "Oh, okay, that sounds good enough. I'll take your certificate and take your word for it." But USANA doesn't do that at all. As a matter of fact, USANA, at least to my knowledge, and to the scientists at USANA's knowledge, there's no other manufacturer of supplements in the world that tests every single batch to see if the batch matches the certificate of analysis. And in that way, USANA has found from time to time that it doesn't match, and they never use those products. So we know that we're getting the true potent and pure supplement for them to be able to even use it. So USANA purchases the raw materials with the highest standards for quality. All raw ingredients are selected for effectiveness, purity, and safety. So whether it's natural or synthetic, USANA uses the ingredients in forms that is best absorbed and utilized by the body. Because again, the synthetic is not a problem, because synthetic simply means that it's not found in nature that way. For example, if you take calcium citrate, or magnesium aspartate, that's not found in nature. That was put together. Being put together means it's synthetic. It doesn't mean it's harmful. It's just that magnesium is found normally as a magnesium salt, magnesium oxide, let's say. That's just found in nature that way. But when you put it together with magnesium aspartate, you then chelate it, and then it's highly absorbable. It's more effective that way. So that's the point. So whatever's more effective is utilized. And so the quality manufacturing includes the raw ingredients are tested, they're quarantined and tested for things such as not only the potency and purity as mentioned, but also for contaminants, pesticides, heavy metals, organic residues, bacteria, fungi, et cetera. And of course, all of them are non-GMO and free of any problems whatsoever. It's truly the highest rated supplement in the world for a reason. Now, the core minerals, and we talked, when I mentioned about, like, say, magnesium or calcium, there are many other minerals, and which we're going to go through a list of some of them. But this is a premium blend of minerals that are healthy, helpful, not only of your bones, but also your brain, your nerves, your muscles, all your organs, even your skin. Every single cell in your body requires some type of mineral or trace mineral in some respect. Now, what USANA does is to make them very highly effective and highly absorbable. When I say absorbable, that means that of course, micronutrients are absorbed through the intestine, the small intestine. Not only do they break down in a very timely fashion, let's say less than 15 minutes, less than 20 minutes the time you ingest it, it's not only dissolved, but it also gets absorbed because the minerals are chelated. That chelated means the minerals are attached to such an organic molecule, such as an amino acid. In the case that I was mentioning, magnesium aspartate, for example. If the fact that the cell, the intestinal cell, actively transports in the organic molecule, and then the mineral drags in along with it, and that makes it highly absorbable. And in addition, vitamin D stimulates calcium absorption, as well as probiotics support vitamin D absorption. So you see it all seems to start working synergistically together. So that's why vitamins and minerals are best taken together in the proper balance and ratios. And in that regard, we have the Vita antioxidant. And this provides the triple action nutritional system. Now, a lot of people won't get what's the triple action. That's the nourish, protect, and renew. NPR, nourish, protect, and renew. That's the triple action. And the not just patent pending, but the patented cell signaling technology that USANA has that delivers basically the essential nutrients to the health, towards to your cells to affect the change. Now, we'll talk about the intelligence technology, what it means, but the whole point of having micronutrients in balance is it affects your cells. It affects even including metabolism. For example, micronutrients, vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and omega-3 fatty acids, which are all provided in your Balance Your Belly pack, work synergistically to support metabolism, to increase your energy and your sluggish metabolism, to help prevent fat accumulation, help burn off accumulated fat, help prevent and reverse leptin and insulin resistance, and help support and maintain healthy blood sugar levels. That's just some of the things, let alone support your heart health, support your brain, support your eyes, the kidneys, your bowels, everything, your muscles, your energy, everything, your immune system. So this is just some of the things that the supplements do. And looking at the list of ingredients, you'll see that let's start with the core minerals on the right. You can see that there are several core minerals there that from the calcium and magnesium, and this is the amount per 2 tablets. Remember, this is that the amounts listed there are the amount per half a day. Since you take 2 tablets twice daily, to know what your daily dose is, then you double it. Now, of course, we have extra calcium and magnesium, which is in the packet, the health pack. But trace minerals, selenium and zinc and copper and others, they work as not only to help with DNA replication and division, but also with antioxidant enzyme protection. They work as catalysts for that to function. Notice that vitamin C is on the list over there, and so is N-acetyl-L-cysteine. Neither of those are minerals, but they've been shifted over here for a couple of reasons. One, the vitamin C ascorbates. They basically help the minerals get absorbed better, more effectively, as I was mentioning earlier. So that extra vitamin C and vitamin C ascorbate raises up your vitamin C. So together with the vitamin C from the Vita antioxidant, your daily total is 1,000 milligrams. So if you were just to look at the vitamin C and the Vita antioxidant, you think, well, that's not very much vitamin C. But and when you put together the whole blend of it, you see that you are getting more than what it appears. N-acetyl-L-cysteine is an antioxidant of itself, and it's a precursor to one of the most powerful antioxidants, and that's glutathione. And glutathione is not, you can't just take glutathione orally because your stomach will break it down, your acids will break that down. So by taking N-acetyl-L-cysteine, that allows, it gets converted to glutathione. And so you're getting both the benefits of the NSS and the NAC, N-acetyl L-cysteine, and the glutathione. As far as the couple of things to mention on the vitamin antioxidant, and that is the vitamin D3. The 25 micrograms, that thing that looks like a U in front of the G, that's the Greek letter mu. It stands for micro. So it could be also abbreviated MCG for microgram, but the mu, the microgram, is equivalent to 1,000 IUs of 1,000 international units IUs of vitamin D3. So that's 1,000 twice daily. So you get a total of 2,000 of vitamin D. Also, one other thing to mention, vitamin K is subdivided into vitamin K1 and also vitamin K2. Most supplements do not provide the important vitamin K2. Vitamin K2 helps with calcium metabolism, getting calcium into the bones and your teeth and utilized where it's needed to for nerves and muscles, but not accumulated in your soft tissues like your arteries, which then get hardened with calcium deposition. So that's the importance of vitamin K2. As a matter of fact, I write a lot more about that if you go to one of my website, it's open to everyone, ladmcnamara.com. I have articles there on vitamin D and vitamin K2, particularly one on vitamin D you might want to look at, which is what dose should I take? A lot of people sometimes are confused on how much vitamin D they should take. And you'll get my thoughts on that. One thing I want to go back to real quickly, and that is the right here, the McNamara brand curcumin or turmeric extract. Curcumin and turmeric extract are the exact same thing. The McNamara brand is a form of curcumin that's encased in a little phytosome or bubble of fat. These are very, very teeny nanoparticles that get into these phytosomes. And what happens, because they're lipophilic, in other words, they are fat soluble, once they dissolve in your stomach and hit your small intestines, they get absorbed very rapidly. So that's what's available in the vitamin antioxidant and also in the Precosa, the joint support supplement. Now you'll see that this is also listed under the heading the intelligence complex. The intelligence complex is what makes USANA's products truly unique, having that renewal capacity of the NPR, nourish, protect, and renewal. And there's a few others I'm going to highlight real quickly, and that is the alpha lipoic acid, the green tea extract, the quercetin, and the olive extract. So those four things, all those other ones in there, just for time's sake, I'm just going to go over a few of those. The alpha lipoic acid, if you're just to look and see, some of the articles about that and do a PubMed search, just some of the things you would see. Now, this again, not making any claims about the USANA products or anything, but just the research that's out there on just some of those on alpha lipoic acid. I'll let you check those out for a second. You can see what those would include. Just again, that's just a real quick search that I did just to say that this is what some of the research is on alpha lipoic acid. But for alpha lipoic acid, its form and function within the cell is that it's not only an antioxidant powerful, it's also used within the mitochondria. This is where metabolism occurs. Metabolism is the conversion of sugar or fats to energy molecules. So what happens is glucose and oxygen are combined, the oxygen you breathe in, the whole reason you breathe the oxygen. I mean, that is really the whole reason you breathe oxygen, is so that it's used in metabolism to convert your food into energy. And ATP, the energy molecules, and then you breathe out carbon dioxide. So this is where cellular respiration occurs. And that's the whole reason you also respire. But the alpha lipoic acid is used along with magnesium and coenzyme Q10 to produce energy for your muscles, for your brain, for your cells to function, for everything to function. And as a matter of fact, alpha lipoic acid is not only provided in the vitamin antioxidant, it's also under the intelligence complex, it's also provided along with coquinone in our coenzyme Q10, and also in the Hepicel, which is also in this pack, the Balance Your Belly pack. The Hepicel, it provides the alpha lipoic acid as well. So you're getting it in all the three places. Green tea extract I mentioned was one of those other things that are in the intelligence complex. Just some of the papers, some of the research papers you can see. I'm not going to read them, but I want you to be able to have a chance to kind of glance over them and see what catches your eye, and see that this is just some of the research out there that shows the best some benefits of green tea extract without making a claim about what the products do for anybody, because I can't make these claims. And then quercetin is another powerful antioxidant. And again, some of the research papers on quercetin, as you're about to see from its powerful antioxidant supporting immunity and different things, supporting glucose metabolism and many other things. So again, some of the just so you see that there's a lot of research, and that's the whole thing about USANA. It's science-based supplements, and that's what's really truly got my attention when I first looked into USANA. So the oh wait, oh, I went the wrong way. One other thing, and that was the last one I was going to mention from the intelligence complex, is this is about the olive oil. Olive oil is an olive fruit extract, and that's a polyphenol antioxidant. And the research has shown that those in the Mediterranean, excuse me, those with the Mediterranean diet, in other words, they get a lot of olive oil. And they've shown that those people that live in Greece or in the island of Crete, south of Greece, they consume a lot of olive oil per person per year. And it's also directly associated with the reduction, with the fewer heart attacks and cancers, incidence of cancer. In other words, they saw that research shows that direct proportion. And so we're talking about supporting your heart, supporting your immune system. Now, when Dr. Wentz saw this, he said, okay, well, let's just have USANA work on getting olive extract, an olive fruit extract. So after 5 years of exhaustive research, USANA was able to perfect the extraction process necessary to develop the olive fruit extract. And that is, then they named it olive oil. So now they put olive oil into the cell essentials. And it's been in there for many years, but it's part of the intelligence complex. So if we look at what they're putting in it, you can see olive oil is 15 milligrams per 2 tablets. So you're getting a daily total of 30 milligrams. Well, that doesn't mean much to you until you compare it. So when we go back to our chart, we can see that our chart, you can see that you're getting 30 milligrams of, where's my point? 30 milligrams of olive oil from the cell essentials. So if you're in the United States and getting that few of olive oil, you're really truly on par with those people in Crete. In other words, supporting your heart, supporting the immune system. But in the health pack, you're getting an extra 20 milligrams per day, because in that health pack and that cell essentials booster, there's an additional 10 milligrams of olive oil in each of this. So that adds to the benefits here, also to the intelligence complex. Now, also in the Balance Your Belly pack, you're getting the Hepicil, and we're going to go over this in more detail. But in that, you're getting an additional 45 milligrams per day. So now you're at 95 milligrams every day of the olive oil and getting tremendous benefits from that, let alone that it's also boosts up the intelligence complex. Again, so as we to look at it here, you're getting that 10 milligrams of olive oil. And also in this, look at here, you're getting 75 milligrams of additional alpha-lipoic acid, which I mentioned. You're getting 60 milligrams of additional quercetin, which I mentioned, which is in the intelligence complex. And here's something we haven't talked about, and that is this 50 milligrams of the Pterocarpus marsupium extract, which contains the pterostilbenes. Pterostilbenes are things that come from like pigmented fruits, like say blueberries. Blueberries are so healthy because the antioxidants, the pterostilbenes, and the red grape skins have pterostilbenes. So let's say for the red grape, you get the grapeseed extract. You can get resveratrol, which is in the vita antioxidants. And now we're getting the pterostilbenes. So in that way, you're getting that trio of very powerful combination of similar compounds, but they're not the same, but they work synergistically. And just some of the research papers that are included that you'll see from marsupium extract, the pterostilbene, are listed here. Again, from the fact that it's a powerful antioxidant, a few other things that help supporting good with glucose metabolism, to immune support, to everything that you'd want and see from, let's say, a combination of proflavanol, the grapeseed extract, and resveratrol in the vitamin antioxidant, and then combine that and then supercharge it on top of that. So you're getting a synergistic ×3 powerful effect. All right, again, no claims about this product doing anything. As a matter of fact, it probably doesn't do anything, but it's a really high quality terastolidine. All right, so that's what we have. Now, so my point is this: the health pack is probably the most underrated and underappreciated product that USANA has, because of the cell essentials are so powerful. And many times people will look at the new and great thing like the Metabolism Plus, which is new and great. It's sold out so fast first initially. But the fact is that this is truly the core of everything. And then on top of that, those cell essentials booster is just powerful. So something to be think of. So when we look at the cell essentials triple action, which includes the health pack, we have the nourish the cells, we have protect the cells. Protect from what? Protect from free radical oxidative damage. The free radical oxidative damage comes from many different sources. It damages our DNA, damages the collagen, leading to wrinkles, damages cells and brain, dementia. I mean, all free radicals can cause a lot of havoc, including, obviously cancer, because you can get a mutation that occurs in the DNA and it gets misrepaired, and that's called a mutation, and then that can lead to cancer. So the source of the free radicals come in many different places, but either way, it all causes oxidative damage. And much like you can see an apple brown when you cut it in half and expose it to air, that exposed to oxygen, it oxidizes. We don't turn brown and we don't rust like metal would rust, but we do undergo oxidative damage. And I like to use cigarette smoking as one of the best examples, where to go, cigarette smoking as of oxidative damage, because people can understand that if you smoke 1 pack of cigarettes per day for 40 years, you're going to increase the risk of cancers, the lung, prostate, cervical cancer, heart disease, lung disease, dementia, stroke, arthritis, diabetes, gum disease, macular degeneration, and you'll have more wrinkles. And you can understand also that if you smoke 5 packs of cigarettes for 40 years, if you last that long, you're going to increase that tremendously much more. So rather than, and you're thinking, well, I don't smoke. Well, the thing is, do people who don't smoke, do they get cancer? Can they still get cancer? And the answer is yes. Can people who don't smoke, can they still get heart disease and lung disease and dementia and stroke? The answer is yes, of course, and diabetes and many other things, because we still undergo oxidative damage. Just a matter of how much. If you increase oxidative damage, you're going to increase the risk of these problems. If you lower the oxidation, in other words, don't smoke, you're going to then have a baseline. Now, if you live healthy, exercise, reduce stress, eat right, and take nutritional supplements, you're going to reduce oxidative damage tremendously. And the better and more powerful and more synergistic the antioxidants are, the more protection you'll have. And that's where we get enhanced antioxidant protection from the NPR, the cell essentials, and let alone the other things like proflavanol. And then those are the exogenous antioxidants. In other words, vitamin A, vitamin C, and E, things, grapeseed extract, those that you consume from outside, exo. And there are also inside, endogenous, created from within antioxidants. Those are the enzymes, such as glutathione peroxidase, catalase, superoxide dismutase. And for these to function, you need trace minerals such as selenium, zinc, copper, and manganese. They don't function without them, but those are delivered in the core minerals of the cell essentials. These are so powerful, these antioxidant enzymes, that they just put to shame any antioxidant you can take. But we need to use them synergistically, actually. So when we look at in our cells, we have mitochondria. Mitochondria are cells within a cell that the powerhouses of the cell. They produce the energy, ATP, as I mentioned earlier. And they also generate free radicals. But thankfully, our body produces endogenous antioxidant enzymes that work like sponges, soaking up the free radicals so they don't damage your cells, and so that they don't damage the engines of the cell. It's like running an engine in high gear without any oil. You'd burn it right out. You need to have these antioxidant enzymes both inside and outside the mitochondria to protect it from the numerous free radicals that are being generated all the time. So when you're young and healthy, you have healthy mitochondria. You're so powerful, and you can do anything and jump over tall brick walls and jump into puddles and bend down for pennies and everything like that. But when you get older, you don't bend down for pennies anymore. It takes at least 50 cents, maybe $1 or so to bend down and pick up some money because you just don't feel like it. You don't have the energy anymore. Things wear out. The coenzyme Q10, which helps this run, helps your mitochondria run, declines by 50% from age 50 to age 80. And therefore, the mitochondria energy declines. The production of the endogenous antioxidant declines. As a matter of fact, and there are states, conditions where your body wears out, or from infections to, just not getting the right nutritional supplements, your mitochondria wears out. That's called decaying mitochondria. So when you have mitochondrial decay, you get excessive oxidative damage and to the mitochondrial membranes and proteins and the mitochondrial DNA that leads to mitochondrial dysfunction and decay, and then this whole thing blows out. Your mitochondria just wipes out, and then all of a sudden you have less energy, you have more damage, cells start getting damaged, cells undergo apoptosis, you start losing brain cells, you start losing muscle thickness, you start losing collagen. In other words, this is aging. This is aging, is wearing out of the mitochondrial decay. As a matter of fact, every single chronic disease process, pretty much all of them, when I say everything, I don't know if it's 98%, 99%, or 100%, but either way, every single one of them involves mitochondrial decay at its core. Mitochondrial decay is the huge problem and causing a lot of problems. I'm trying to prevent myself from saying things I shouldn't say, but my point is, this is the issue, this cellular process. Fortunately, we have a renewal process in the cell central's triple action. The renewal process is the intelligence complex. The intelligence complex that provides many of the things that it already mentioned. And then on the boost of that, since you're getting the Health Pack 100, you're getting the intelligence complex plus the cell central's booster, which includes higher levels of as you can see, the higher levels of the olive extract, the higher levels of many things. You can just look at those doses because of that cell central's booster. Olive oil, quercetin, a few other things I mentioned, green tea extract, and also the Pterocarpus marsupium. So that's what's huge about that. That's why you're going to get a tremendous renewal process simply by adding that cell central's booster. Now what it does, the intelligence complex signals the renewal process to the DNA to produce more endogenous antioxidant enzymes. In other words, the protection. So that's what benefit you have the intelligence doing. This is coming from your cell centrals, boosting that up. And number two, it tells to take the decaying mitochondria, the mitochondria that's wearing out, and renew it. So that takes the decaying mitochondria, cocoons it up. This is a normal cellular process. This signals to do. It instigates it. And then that cocoon is then used to make new mitochondria, but not just one new mitochondria. One cell divides into two. That's and because these are cells within cells, you get twins, two new mitochondria, healthy and new and young. So you've gone from decaying mitochondria that wear out, hey, Dr. McNamara, why are you so worn down? Well, I just took my cell centrals. Now I'm really revved up because I'm getting new mitochondria because the intelligence technology renews the mitochondria with the endogenous antioxidants. So now you're having the cellular components are youthful again, more youthful again. They're functioning as if they are younger again. So when you have cells functioning as you're younger again, your tissues and organs should function as if they are younger again and more youthful. And we can't call it anti-aging, but it's similar to it. In other words, it's like it is. It can be thought of in a similar fashion. All these things help balance your belly, balance for your belly. They help with digestion too. I mentioned a lot of things already. All of those go to help intestinal health, liver health, etc. But in your balance for your belly pack becomes the health pack, which we just focused on, the importance of it, because it's the most underappreciated and underrated product that we have. But we also have things like Biomega, the fish oil. That also should be a companion Two, when you take in the cell essentials, because that trio, I don't think anybody should ever take their supplements without also taking the omega-3 fatty acids, the fish oil. Our USANA's Biomega is a high quality, ultra pure fish oil supplement. Not all fish oil supplements are ultra pure, I can guarantee that. And then it has other things in it, high levels of EPA and DHA. EPA and DHA are the main omega-3 fatty acids, high levels of those, plus the lemon oil, which helps reduce the fishy burps, extra vitamin D in it that helps to function, and then keeps it helps reduce it from going rancid. And then you have the double distillation process. This is what makes it ultra pure, this double distillation process. It makes it highly purified, free of polychlorobiphenyls, PCBs, which are known to cause cancer. Not just thought to cause cancer, not just associated with it, but just like cigarettes cause lung cancer, PCBs cause cancer. And some fish oils, many fish oils, too many fish oils, particularly the cheap ones, maybe many of them are contaminated with PCBs or organic residues or such as dioxins. As a matter of fact, Consumer Labs, which reviews different supplements, they looked at different fish oil brands, and they found that over 30% of fish oil brands tested had several problems, including PCB contamination, polychlorobiphenyls contaminations, and less of the omega-3 fatty acids than claimed or were rancid. So that's the fish oil. Now here's another one, the poly-C, proflavanol C. This is also in your balance for your belly pack. It's one of my most favorite antioxidants, since we've had it for probably the longest optimizer we've had with USANA is proflavanol C100. It's grapeseed extract combined with USANA's high potency vitamin C product, which is also the vitamin antioxidant. The poly C is a form of vitamin C that reaches higher levels and sustained higher levels of vitamin C than regular vitamin C. And it works together synergistically with grapeseed extract, helping to keep it going longer. So think of it as functioning 20 times more effectively than it would otherwise. And it supports, grapeseed extract supports heart health. It supports glucose control, as long as you've had your glucose is normal in the first place. It helps support your immune system and supports your healthy skin by supporting collagen. And of course, being an antioxidant, as we talked about, what cigarette smoking and what the sun can damage your skin. Well, grapeseed extract prevents that free radical oxidative damage. A client of mine, a patient of mine years ago, Legay, she had chronic issues with her, having a little bit of trouble here. Something's happened, it's not supposed to be happening. So excuse me for 1 second. But we had Legay was a client of mine, a patient of mine. She had let's see it put this way. She had problems with energy. She had problems with some not feeling well, not feeling like herself. And she'd seen doctor after doctor after doctor. And the doctor said, well, we can't find anything wrong with you. Maybe you're just depressed or something. Well, she wasn't depressed, not at least initially, but maybe a little depressed from being told that. But she had some other issue going on. So when I saw her for the first time, I suggested she get on the USANA's products, including USANA's proflavanol, a double dose of the proflavanol. And she did, and she called me up after a month, and she said, my goodness, I have my life back. She had the energy. She didn't have the things that were keeping her couch. She could move her arms and legs without pain again. And she was just back to her normal self. And then after about 3 or 4 months went by, she then called me up. She said, Dr. McNamara, does the grapeseed extract, does the proflavanol wear out? I said, no, I don't think so. She said, did my body get accustomed to it? I said, I don't think so. I said, why? She said, because, this is in 1997, by the way. She said, because I started to have all the fatigue come back and the pain and other issues, and just I had to go back to the couch, and I just wasn't living my normal life. And I said, well, and she said she even went to the store. She said she even doubled the dose, and it still didn't have that effect. And then what happened? I said, Legay, did you change brands? And she said, yeah, I just went to the store and bought some cheaper brand of grapeseed extract, saved me some money, but it was the same milligrams. I looked at it, And I said, well, why don't you do me a favor and just go ahead and go back on the USANA's proflavanol just for a month and see if you notice a difference. Well, it wasn't a month, but 5 days after being back on proflavanol, she called me up and she said, oh my goodness, I have my life back. And she said, how can USANA be so different? And I said, I don't know, it just is. But then later I talked to a USANA scientist, um, Dr. Mark Brown, who's a USANA scientist, and he explained something to me. And this is what I learned at this point. And that is that USANA's product and potency is completely different. I'm sorry, you have to excuse me, I'm getting distracted by many things here. Just 1 second. Okay, just 1 second. Okay. All right, so as the product potency, what I'm going to illustrate is why Legay had that tremendous results with using USANA's proflavanol. This is what I didn't know in 1997, but I learned, and that is this. In grapeseed extract, you have both proanthocyanidins and monomers. Proanthocyanidins, these are two different antioxidants. And in other words, to be considered a quality grapeseed extract, it should have at least more than 80% or more of the proanthocyanidins and the monomers. But what happened is that when many grapeseed extract brands were looked at over the counter and through other network marketing or direct sales, they found that the great majority of them had less than 20% of the active ingredient. Some of them down less than 10% of the active ingredients and no monomers. My goodness, that's a huge difference. What USANA uses, and remember we talked about the certificates of analysis, testing for potency and purity. This is one of the things they test for, potency. USANA only uses the products that has at least 93 or up to 95%, because you can't get any higher than that, of the active ingredients of both proanthocyanidins and monomers. That's what you're getting in. So in other words, although Legay might have been trying to save some money with getting a cheap grapeseed extract, what happened is she'd have to take 5 or 6, 7 times the amount that she was getting with USANA, and therefore it would have been no value at all. So the whole reason we take supplements is because of the benefit that we get from them. And that's why I've come up with this adage here: cheap is never a value. You can go get cheap supplements, but why would you when you truly want the difference? Why would you skimp on your health? So when you take proflavanol, which is in your Balance Your Belly pack, the proflavanol with the Cell Essentials booster, the Pterocarpus marsupium extract or the pterostilbenes, along with the resveratrol in the Cell Essentials, then you're getting a tremendous benefit of this, and it directly benefits your liver, your intestines, in other words, the bowels, plus prostate, plus the breasts, plus the brain, plus the eyes, plus the skin, and there's no place that it doesn't. But since we're talking about balance for your belly, we're going to focus a little bit more on that, because everything we talked about works everywhere in your body, but including your belly, which includes your pancreas, and then we have Hepacil. Hepacil is in the Balance for Your Belly pack. Hepacil is a tremendous product. Let me just say off the bat, it does way more than support liver health, way more than support liver health, all the way out to your skin, to the brain, to your immune system. But the point is that a lot of people think of it as our detox product. Believe me, it's much more than a detox product. And it doesn't even do the detoxing. A lot of people say, well, this is our detox products, so you shouldn't take it very long. Shouldn't take it more than a couple of weeks because it's a detox. No, it supports your liver to do what your liver's job is to do, which is detoxification. But your liver does much more than that. Some of the ingredients that are found in it, as you can see, the milk thistle extract that helps break down nasty things in the liver that your liver is detoxing to more safe products. When people's liver start to fail, there's stage 1 detoxification and there's stage 2 detoxification. What happens is when people's liver fails, their stage 2 detoxification fails. So what happens, stage one breaks down some really nasty stuff into even more nasty stuff in your liver. And it's that stage two detoxification that then takes the really nasty stuff and makes it inert. And then you pass it out of your urine or in the feces, either one, it breaks it down. That's what the liver's detoxification process. Milk thistle extract helps support that stage two detoxification so that your liver can continue to do what it needs to do. And of course, it's also a powerful antioxidant, and you can take it every day. You can take it several times a day. You can double, triple the dose and not have any issues, quadruple the dose and not have any issues with it. Then you have the N-acetylcysteine. Remember, that was in the core mineral as one of the powerful antioxidants that's converted into glutathione, an even more powerful antioxidant, let alone the broccoli concentrate. And there's green tea extract, the olive extract, turmeric extract, or curcumin. You can see these are very powerful things. Some of them are already in the vita antioxidants, but now we're getting their boost. Now, how powerful is it? What it helps the liver to do its job. The liver does much more than just detoxification, including biles. It breaks down fat, produces up to, it breaks down the bile. It stores extra glucose, helps that with, and it allows as glycogen and then releases it as needed. Your cholesterol, your lipids are all made in your liver. Very few of it is derived from your diet. Steroid hormones are regulated. Certain vitamins are regulated. Insulin growth factor, which helps with growth and keep fat off, is regulated in your liver. There's many things that your liver does, and this is just some of them. All of it's affected by age and lack of micronutrients. So you can see when people say, well, HepaCell's our detox product. Well, what about this? HepaCell supports the liver to do its job. So you can call it any one of these products, not just detoxification. So people are thinking too narrowly. You need to think more globally. And then it just doesn't just go to the liver, it goes out to the whole body. So it works everywhere. That's why we're talking about cellular nutrition. Digestive enzyme is a product that's a natural blend of enzymes, including artichoke extract. Why would they say that? Why would you say it not only helps relieve occasional gas and bloating and all that stuff, but you can see the natural blend of the enzymes. These break down carbohydrates, fats, and proteins so that you can absorb it. It's because if your micronutrients aren't broken down and don't go to metabolism or to build the cells, you start storing your energy as fat, start storing glucose and other things and lipids as fat. Now, the artichoke extract, why make a point of that? Artichoke extract helps with bile release. So the bile gets released. Sometimes the bile gets sluggish, then stones can develop, and then you can have trouble breaking down fats, emulsifying fats, and then people can get nauseated after eating a fatty meal. They'll say they have a slow bile or whatever, something like that. That's the artichoke helps with that. And also then artichoke helps support your weight loss efforts as well. A lot of people didn't know that. Breaking digestive enzymes along with probiotics help support weight loss as well. The USANA's probiotic is a combination of two effective strains of probiotic bacteria, the healthy bacteria, the good bacteria, and it promotes the natural balance of the beneficial microflora. In other words, even though there's just two strains of probiotics in the USANA's probiotic, that sets up an environment to where the many other good bacteria can then flourish. And that's what's most important, because you can go out and buy a supplement with 100 billion different, probiotics, but what's the point if you just need a few of them to set up an environment, a healthy environment for the cell? Again, it's all about science, not about just fashion or fad or marketing or what's the hot thing today. The role of the bacteria is to help with absorption of vitamins and processing of bile and sterols. The hormones which direct fat metabolism and storage is affected by probiotics. In other words, that's what I'm talking about. It helps assist your weight loss efforts and supports the immune system. It helps defend against bad bacteria. Even a lot of your serotonin is produced in your gut. That's why there's a gut-brain connection, and having healthy probiotics can help support good mood, and let alone in normal bowel movements. And in the intestinal microbiome, you have so much bacteria, and whether they're good or they're bad or imbalanced, it affects your body weight, glucose control, your appetite, your mood, your thinking, your immune status, stress, sleep, joint, skin health, even your sex drive is affected by good or bad bacteria. That's why you want to have it good, because many things can disrupt it. Things that can disrupt your gut bacteria include different, how you eat, chemicals in food, antibiotics that's used in the food, alcohol and coffee can affect it. That is the hot foods, hot drinks, the parasites, tainted foods, allergic reactions, all these things, and lack of vitamins and minerals, let alone the fact that being stressed out can affect it. Poor general health and certain medications, as I mentioned, the antibiotics and certain steroids and non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs like ibuprofen can affect your gut bacteria. That's why you want to be on the good, healthy bacteria. To supplement with this, and I suggest that you have daily, the Balance Your Belly pack comes with 2 packs of probiotics, and each one of them containing 14 packets, sachets or whatever you call it, to where you can take it daily. Any age can take probiotics safely. And again, the 2 strains are there. They pass through the stomach, the acid, without being broken down, and they can be stored at room temperature for a year and a half without being broken down, but they support many systems in your body. And the last product that's in the Balance for Your Body, Balance for Your Belly pack is the Fiber G Plus. The Fiber G Plus, this boosts up what we need to fiber. Many people are not getting enough fiber in their daily diet, and that causes a lot of problems, from constipation to also it can not have enough fiber can lead to heart problems. So this supports heart health to get more fiber. It also supports your weight loss efforts. A lot of people don't realize that if you have more fiber in your food than not, then that lowers the glycemic index. And sometimes if you're about to eat some, let's say it's your birthday, or maybe it's a nightly event at the McNamara house, but anyway, if you have some dessert, rather than going right for the high glycemic dessert, if you have a scoop of Fiber G, just put it in a little teaspoon, mix it in some water or whatever, you will blunt the glycemic index of whatever you're going to eat. It literally lowers the glycemic index of it because you've just added fiber. It's that by blunting the glycemic index, by lowering it, you reduce the rapid rise of the blood glucose, you reduce the insulin spike, and without the insulin spike, less likely to convert into fat as quickly. So this is, you still get the calories, but it blunts it. And that's what fiber is. You can add this to your shake, your Nutri-Meal every day, or you can have it just in a drink. Either way, by boosting up the Fiber G. It has, you're getting 12 grams of fiber per heaping teaspoon. And and you have the insoluble fiber and the soluble fiber, and the inulin, which is also a prebiotic. In other words, the prebiotic helps the probiotic. So this helps the bacteria in your bowel. So all this is really for Balance for Your Belly pack. And I know that it seems like a lot, at least we went through, but I wanted you to understand the science of it a little bit better so that you can make a best decision about how you'd want to get started with USANA. And of course, don't forget, as I mentioned, if this is where I can really help out a lot of people, particularly in that Facebook group, but the protocols and articles are there for your help too. So hopefully can help you with that. All right, well,
Absolutely.
Sorry, I went a little bit over there. So
I'm listening to you on my phone, so let me turn that off so I don't have an echo. Okay, Dr. Ladd, man, when you said that thing about the probiotics, how you see a different probiotic and it has 80 billion whatever, and USANA's has less, but USANA's is the right ones to set up the stomach environment for proper absorption. That just rang so true to me, that USANA is not about just creating a hype. It's about the real stuff of what your body needs and just putting it out there in a solid way. That was just one of my many takeaways from today, but thank you for giving us this extra insight into the products that we just quite frankly don't have without you. And thank you for that. And I want to encourage everyone watching, if you don't already have the Dr. Ladd VIP program, make sure that you go and get it, because it's going to help you build your business. At the end of the day, I use that private Facebook group almost every day with posts and questions. It's a huge database of years worth of previously asked questions as well. But if your question somehow isn't in there, Dr. Ladd gets back to you usually within the same business day. It's just awesome what a resource this is. I use those research cited articles also every day. I'm always using them with my clients or prospects, and it helps them know what supplements to take. So again, you can use the USANA 30 checkout code, and that'll lower the price from $199 down to $139. It's like $11 a month. I want to highly recommend that y'all invest in this, especially if you enjoyed this information. And Dr. Ladd, is there, I think we're out of time because we're at the top of the hour, but is there anything else you would like to add about the VIP program, or just anything as we close to the webinar?
Well, I think we said all we needed about the VIP program. I hope that people are enjoying it. I know a lot of members are already on this webinar, and I appreciate all of you. I appreciate you, Jared, as well, and Randy and Crystal and all of you. So everyone. So I thank you for your support, and I know things get tough sometimes, and where our money where it should go, but if we don't take care of ourselves and our family and our health, and then what good are we to if we're not going to live a healthy life? So we want to do our best to do that. No one can be perfect all the time, or maybe some of us can't be perfect any of the time, but either way, we can at least do better. And that's what we can always want to strive to do, is be better, just to take your supplements regularly, add what you can afford to add, at least with the core basics. And then when the big thing is, if people think that they can't afford something, if they can start thinking a little differently and start thinking about how many people they can actually help, because you can help a lot of people. A lot of people are suffering, or not, because of our lifestyles that we have today. There's a lot of chronic issues out there, and I'm not just saying be ambulance chasers, but be out there to be a friend. Find people who are hungry for better health, or whether it's financial freedom, doesn't matter, because USANA offers both. And then by having the financial freedom, you have less stress, and you have the ability to make a difference in other people's lives, and then take these supplements to truly be an example, or at least to just have a better quality of life. I'm thankful for Dr. Wentz for creating this incredible company, and for all the people who are part of creating USANA, and all the associates for spreading the word and making it part of USANA, because we are all USANA, and we have one vision, and that is a world free of pain and suffering, a world free from disease. That's Dr. Wentz's vision, and that's what I've gotten involved with as well. And that's still always my vision: world free from pain and suffering, and world of freedom. So that's what we are.
Yes, so beautifully said. What a wonderful way to close the webinar.
Thank you.
Dr. Ladd, thank you so much for your words of wisdom. Thank you so much for sewing into us so often, and your generosity is just unmatched, and we really, really appreciate you. And I think that's it. We made it to the end, everyone. So we're going to go ahead and unmute the lines, and everyone say thanks, Dr. Ladd, and have an awesome day.
Thanks, Dr. Ladd.
Thanks, Dr. Ladd.
Thank you, Dr. Ladd.
Thank you, Dr. Ladd.
Have an awesome day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Ladd.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Dr. Ladd.
Thank you, Jared. Thank you, Randy. Appreciate it. Have a good day.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
It's always great, Dr. Ladd.